obviously on Twitter as well. It looks amazing over there, bro. So I hope you're having a great time over there, bro. Right, so let's get into the main story today, then, guys. Sort of about from David Ornstein today, talking about Aaron Ramsdale being offered by a few clubs. Well, in fact, Ajax is the main club in for Ramsdale, and Arsenal. If Ramsdale does leave, we're going to be talking about Joan Garcia in just a minute, guys. But Aaron Ramsdale, guys, so exclusive from Morningstein today, Arsenal rejected an approach from Ajax to sign Aaron Ramsdale. The initial loan was turned down. Arsenal, rather the 26-year-old leaves permanently than this summer, but Ajax retain an interest and optimism. Espanyol goalkeeper Joan Garcia is the potential replacement. So looking like Arsenal, the only way Ramsdale is going to be leaving Arsenal if this is, of course, a permanent deal. Arsenal don't want any loan deals, nothing like that. That's what Ajax are offering. But I think one of the key things Ornstein said here is what I took out of that is they're still there, guys. Ajax is still there. They still remain optimistic. They're going to probably offer a permanent deal. Obviously, we paid, I think it was 35 mil for Ramsdale originally from Sheffield United. So let me know how much you guys think we could get for Aaron Ramsdale. We know he's not been in favour last season. We know he only played a handful of games last season. But I think a move to Ajax for Ramsdale would be really good permanently as well. I think it's sort of very similar situation to what we've seen in the past of Arsenal goalkeepers. Clearly Arteta favours Raya. It's like what happened when Leno came in for the first 3 games of the season. And then obviously Ramsdale came in, and then obviously he took Leno's spot. And yeah, obviously Leno ended up going to Fulham and doing decent there. But this is going to be the same sort of situation with Ramsdale, right? So yeah, don't get twisted, bro. I rated Ramsdale in his first season with Arsenal. Well, actually, in the first 2 seasons of Arsenal, really, even when we was in the title race, I think he was a big part of why we were in the title race that season. I know he made a few mistakes, but I remember him at Anfield when we drew 2-2, and he was fantastic. He is phenomenal, Ramsdale. He had a great game, saved us multiple times there. But also you remember the games against Southampton as well, where he does have a mistake in him as well. And I think it's been clear that Arteta has always wanted David Raya. I think he even wanted him before we even got Ramsdale. He's like, when he was at Brentford years ago, we was looking at Raya. So Arteta has always had an eye on Raya and, eventually got him. Sees him as number 1. And, I have to say, Raya has been a good goalkeeper. I know he had that sort of tricky start, that he struggled in the first few games at Arsenal. But I think after that, he's been very, very good. I think we know he prefers Raya there. So Ramsdale guy now, I think, he's still got potential. I think he's shown that he could be a good goalkeeper. I think he will thrive in the Eredivisie with Ajax. I don't know who their goalkeeper is at the moment for them, but I think he's going to get over whoever their first choice goalkeeper is at the moment. So if we can get some good money for him, similar to what we pay, I think someone put in my chat, yeah, exactly, Drew. If we can get similar to what we pay for Ramsdale, then I think that's a great business there for us. But that's the question. Now, let's talk about, of course, the replacement, guys. That's the main story today we're going to be talking about. Don't go anywhere as well, guys, because we do have a Mikel Merino update as well. It's not looking that great for that deal, but I'll get into that after this. So this replacement, right, coming in as a backup for Arsenal, most likely played the cup games, League Cup, FA Cup, maybe the odd Premier League game here and there. We'll see. But this guy here, who is Joan Garcia, gets no Arsenal target link with a Ramsdale transfer replacement. So Arsenal were eyeing a move for goalkeeper Joan Garcia this summer as a potential addition to their stopping ranks. We know about this. We know about this. We know about this. Obviously, we have made Raya's deal with Brentford permanent. That's a permanent deal there now. Obviously, we signed another goalkeeper as well. There's a possibility, like I said, we could sign 3 goalkeepers in one window. But anyway, Tommy Setford, obviously, we signed as well. And obviously, Hines left now on loan. As Ramsdale continues to be linked with a transfer to Ajax, replacement could be well needed. That's where Joan Garcia comes in. So here he is. Who is Joan Garcia? He plays for, of course, Espanyol over there in La Liga. He's eligible to play for the Spanish national team. Hailing from Spain, Garcia is a product of the Espanyol youth team. So he came from their youth academy, having made his way through the ranks to the first team. The goalkeeper made his debut in 2021. Just months later, he was handed a full La Liga debut against Aleche, which they lost. Since then, the shot stopper became the first choice option, featuring for Espanyol as they won promotion from La Liga 2 to La Liga. How old is he? So he's born in 2001. Of course, he's 23 years of age. He's again a young goalkeeper, which is around to start a goalkeeper's career who tends to peak on. You can see his height there. He's 6'2". You can see his stats last season. So he made 29 games for Espanyol. You see the minutes played there. The goals conceded. He conceded 21 goals and he kept 13 clean sheets over there in La Liga. So as I said, according to David Ornstein, we just read about that. He could be coming if Ramsdale does leave as well. That's about Mika Marino there as well. So yeah, this is the goalkeeper we are looking at as a backup. And I'll be honest, other than today, I don't know if I'm the only one, but other than today, never heard of the guy before. Apparently, he had a very good season. I've been hearing about, Espanyol over there in La Liga. Apparently, he cemented himself over there. But I'll be honest, I've never heard of his name, to be honest. But again, you got to remember, it's a backup. The guy's not going to be playing, week in, week out. He's just a backup. But at the same time, I guess you want a goalkeeper there who you can obviously rely on. Touch wood, nothing happens to Raya, because if something happened to Raya for whatever reason, we saw what happened with Leno a few years ago. Like, if Raya gets injured, then this will be the guy, to play Premier League, to play Champions League. So, I know it's an unlikely case if Raya did get injured, but I think it's always important to have a backup goalkeeper there that you can rely on. And again, this guy will most likely play the cup competition, as I said, guys. So it's a more of a young goalkeeper that we're looking at, 23 years of age, of course. So we'll see, man. I don't know anything about the price tag or anything at the moment, guys. Obviously, I don't think it'll be a loan deal. I think it'll be permanent. But again, there's not that much about any sort of price tag for this Garcia guy. Having said that, listen, we'll see how this develops over the transfer window there. But let me know, guys, if you do know anything about this guy. Of course, I'll ask you guys this question: is there any other backup goalkeepers out there that we can go and get for Raya? When Ramsdale leaves, any Ramsdale replacements out there who, of course, are willing to be a backup as well? Because I look at it, I'm thinking, I really like the idea of signing Lunin from Real Madrid, but then it's a question of the guy's going to want first team football. The guy just broke through Real Madrid because Courtois got injured. I don't see him really sitting back up for Raya at Arsenal. As much as I think he's a good goalkeeper, I don't see him being selling for number 2, right? But he would be one of the options there. I know Liverpool are looking at that Georgia goalkeeper as well, Mamadashvili from obviously Valencia. But he had a great Euros. But again, he's going Liverpool. But he could be a shout there as well. The Valencia goalkeeper. I know a lot more about him than I do this guy. Having said that, look, we'll see what happens. But you know what it's like at Arsenal, guys, yeah? Look at over the years how many different types of goalkeepers we have signed. It's just there's a whole list of goalkeepers that we're signed, and this will be add to the list as well. But listen, I've got no problem with this guy coming in. Of course, I just don't know a lot about him yet. But we'll see what happens there. Right, before we get into the final story, guys, because it is about Mika Marino, let me catch up with you guys' comments, man. Big up everyone inside. Really appreciate everyone as well tuning in. I may be live once again today. I need to sort with a panel because we're going to be doing some, obviously, the podcast either today or tomorrow, later this evening, possibly, of Arsenal's season predictions, guys. Because Arsenal season predictions, of course, is the season starts Saturday. well, Friday for Man United and Fulham, but for Arsenal, Saturday. So we're going to do some season predictions either today